Hello, I'm tatocat. Welcome to my channel. Today we are playing Lucid9. Last time we thought we lost Roy, and we didn't lose Roy. We were suspected by the police of being a suspect. And then we turned down Misaki's job offer. And now we're here. Let's continue. When the school's out of session, the courtyard is a relaxing, quiet haven for any student looking to catch a breath of fresh air. I settle on the nearest bench and close my eyes, taking slow, controlled breaths. Maybe just taking some time to relax isn't such a bad idea. I'm fidgety and anxious, a poor mood, if I want to spend time with my friends. But can I really rest easy? Disappearances on campus seemingly without pattern, merciless and sudden. The academy was supposed to be invincible. If it didn't want someone to enter, no one could enter. If it didn't want someone to leave, no one could leave. There's a reason the tuition is crazy high, and it's not because of the teaching quality. The security measures need to be strong enough to protect the kids of the government and officials, corporate officers, and on visits, the mayor himself. The academy is really the only school that can keep its students completely safe. Well, at least that's what it was supposed to be. But now, there you go. Hey dude, wanna go get some GFC? Rest of us are here. Hello. Dude, you're missing out. Come. Right. Guess that's enough morbid thinking for the day. After a couple of minutes of uneventful walking, I reached the familiar ambience of the local General Fried Chicken. And everybody is there. Mihiko cheerily waves me over, brandishing a formidable drumstick in his hand. I settle next to him, keeping my eyes off of Rui. For some reason, just looking at her brings back a flood of negative emotions. Kind of good to join us, minion. What took you so long? My insides burn with anger. I keep my gaze on the table, taking a moment to steady my voice before I answer. I was busy. Were you running? Are you getting back into track? No thanks. Oh, I know. You were practicing for my lessons, weren't you? Sly move, my good minion. Did you woo any ladies? I guess. I don't miss the flash of pain that crosses Rui's eyes. I'm stricken with a twinge of guilt, but I shove it away. Wait, really? Damn, our boy's grown up. I don't know. She hasn't responded yet. The lie passes smoothly from my lips. I grab a piece of chicken to quell the nausea in my stomach as Rui quickly straightens, absolutely playing with her hair. That probably means she isn't into you. Figures. I have no clue who'd be interested in Yama. I tighten my grip on the table with my free hand, fighting to stay calm. Maybe. There's no reason for a girl to wait if she's interested, right? Right. If she liked me, she would have told me right away. Exactly. Damn, I'm a jerk. I angrily tear into the chicken, biting with such force that my jaw aches. Yahiko stares between me and Rui, concern lining his brow. Are you two okay? I'm fine. It kind of feels like you two got in a fight. We haven't. She does this hesitantly. I know that she herself doesn't know why my mood is so terrible. Honestly, I have no one to blame but myself. I thought that I had given myself enough time to calm down from the forced episode, but apparently it wasn't enough. Now I'm taking down the only 3 people in the world I can call my friends. Dude, we can't help if we don't know what's wrong. I almost jump at how serious his voice is. I know I brought a terrible mood into this place. I need to shake it off. The time at the forest is completely over. My only task for the rest of the day is to have fun with my friends. And fun doesn't come with a sour attitude. Sorry, I heard a pretty creepy story this morning, so I'm a bit on edge. That's pretty much the whole story when I boil it down. It sounds pretty pathetic. A creepy story? She shoots me a concerned glance, which I honestly deserve. I'm not exactly known for being gullible or superstitious after all. I shake my head at her, which Misato seems to take as guilt. Don't worry about it, man. We all got our off days. Thanks. Oh, if we're talking about creepy stories, I have a great one to tell. It's an urban legend that's been around the academy forever. It's called The Vanishing Janitor. What kind of dumb name is that? Well, you know how we don't have after-school cleanup, right? Yeah, because the school costs an arm and a leg to attend, especially without scholarships. Everyone knows that we have a janitor. We see him collecting garbage, packing it up, and stacking it in the cart. Wait a minute. Didn't I have to remind Yahiko that we had a janitor? Guess his observation skills have finally leveled up. Have you noticed that the janitor never actually walks out of the gate? Well, of course not. As a visual eyesore, that would be damaging to the school's image. Then good minion, my question to you is this. Where does that trash go? Now that he mentions it, it is pretty odd. Oh, I see what you're saying. The dumpster's outside the school by the street, near the back of the campus. And the front gate is allegedly the only way to enter or exit the school. It's why the academy is considered to be so safe. But that janitor don't take the junk out of the gate, which he'd have to do in order to reach the dumpster. And that is our predicament. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder what the explanation could be. Of course, I have my own theory. Which is, the janitor actually has the ability to travel to another dimension. He takes all of the trash to a land of missing socks. You know how you do a closed cycle of laundry with a certain number of pairs of socks, you always come out with one extra sock? It's because one of them has spun so fast that it vanishes to the other dimension. There are little wormholes here and there too, like under the bed or the couch and behind the laundry machine. It's why they spontaneously disappear, only to reappear again. So that's where the janitor takes the trash, the same dimension where there are missing socks. That's simultaneously the most brilliant and most stupid idea I've ever heard from you. I agree with that. You lost me at dimension, man. Your plebeian mind simply can't comprehend my sheer intellect. It's sheer alright, but not in the same sense you're thinking. Now that Yahiko's finished with his conspiracy theory, what do you guys want to do for the rest of the day? It's not a conspiracy theory, it's fact. How about we head into town? You mean District 8. Yeah, ain't that where all the lively stuff happens? It's the most affluent district in Isamu, so there's definitely a lot of flourishing commerce and technology, but usually every recreational activity comes with a heavy price tag. I guess, yeah. Thinking of anything in particular? Don't know, if something catches our interest, we should check it out. Huh. A normal day of just kicking back. It does feel like it's been a while since we've hung out together. Even going to the amusement park yesterday was in some way more tiring than relaxing. Indeed it was. I'm down. Sounds like fun. We finish up the chicken and head to the subway. New background. I like it. It's not bad. I honestly never seen the subway in person, so I don't have really much I can judge, I guess. I like the detail on the floor again. This game has very detailed floors. I've noticed. It's shiny, so you can see the reflection from the pillar, which is really cool. And this has a lot of little details. You can see like all the little dots that go along the way until it gets too dark for you to be able to see them really. That's nice. It's less crowded than usual, probably because today's technically a weekend. Like all other Isamu subways, the platform is immaculate. There's no sign of dust, much less any scrap or trash. Quality public transportation seems to be a big boasting point of the city. There's hardly a whisper of sound as the doors seamlessly slide open or as the subs rail down the rails, solidifying the care crafted into the station. Oh, another new background. These trees are better than the other trees. They have some detail on them. They're not, just blurry blurs. Although this one's awfully creepily crooked. Like, it looks like they're about to fall over. But they are slightly individual, which is nice. And you can see them go all the way down. You can see all the stuff all the way down here. And there's like lots of little billboards and things, and I don't know what this is, but it's there. And little signs. There's no cars driving. Well, there are cars down here. Almost seems violent. Why is that guy hitting that lady? We board the next train to District 8, an affluent street with skyscrapers that seem to fade into the clouds. It's packed at this time of day, sidewalks full of rich housewives and groups of teens on shopping trips. The bright lights of store displays shine with deceptive welcome, as if the workers care about something other than the wallet size of their customers. Just down the street, I noticed a familiar mop of red hair in front of a large gaming store. Oh, isn't that Irie? I peer over the crowd of heads to the other side of the street. Yep, it's definitely Irie, staring emptily through the glass display without a care in the world. Oh yeah, the little one. Maybe we should invite her to hang out with us. Are you kidding? Her? Oh, calm down. What could she possibly do to you? Well, clearly there's something wrong with her. She didn't fall for my irresistible charm. But it gets even better. I did a little digging, and it turns out that anyone who talks to her mysteriously goes missing the next day. Okay, then why have we not disappeared, Yukiko? You talked to her lots of times. You talked to her, and Asano talked to her. You talked to her, a bunch of people talked to her. Really? Oh, give me a break. Yama and I talked to her 2 days ago, and we're still around? Give it time. This is ridiculous. Yama, we should invite her, right? Oh, another choice. Okay, we have a choice. Yes or no. I didn't want to say yes. I actually like Ari, but in a visual novel, we have to just stick to the one person. So, we say no, because we're going after Akira, not Ari. I think we should leave her be. She looks occupied. Thanks, dude. I knew you'd pick the right decision. Next time Yahiko, I am choosing her. Just saying. So new. Alright, if you say so. I can tell that she's displeased with my decision. But we keep walking around the city searching for something fun to do. We don't settle on anything in particular. There's a little bit of browsing, a little bit of eating, and a little bit of goofing around the local parks. The time is fun and relaxing, just what I needed. I like that this game has actual, times of days instead of just, filters. Like, the sun is setting and it looks like the sun is setting. It's not like an orangey filter over everything, or at night it's actually night. Thank you for this entertaining day, my minions. Feels like it's been a while. Glad we could do it. So, we're heading back? Yep. Actually, I've got some errands to run around here. We'll join you. No, I'll be just fine. It's, for women's things. Yahiko instantly pales, but Masato only nods in understanding. I, on the other hand, raise a curious eyebrow at Rui. She has never, ever used that kind of excuse in the 10 years I've known her. She notices my question and only shakes her head with an odd little smile. See you guys later. Is Rui helping the murderer? She dodges into the nearest store, disappearing among the crowd. It's almost my curfew. I'll head back with you, minion. What are you going to do? Me? Actually, I don't have anything planned for the rest of the evening. Maybe I should visit Mr. Ryota's office and say hi. I'll drop by the school. You got it. We take the subway back to the academy. As Masato and Yahiko enter their dorm, I head to Ryota's office. Mr. Ryota seems surprised at my unannounced drop-in, but not displeased. He ushers me into his office with a faint smile. Interesting. Didn't think I'd see you. Do you have an appointment soon? Who, me? No, I'm pretty much a free bird after all. I verify curfew. Why do you get paid again? Hey, you clearly don't know how difficult my job is. I have to sit here and wait for kids to scan themselves in the building and report the ones who don't by curfew time. It doesn't necessarily set oneself up for popularity. No, I imagine it doesn't. So, looking into the disappearances, are you? I'm surprised at his acute observation. I really shouldn't be. Mr. Ryota has proven that he's intelligent, even if his attitude needs a little work. I noticed that the detective was with you yesterday, on the roof. Does that mean you're gonna stop me? If the school has something to hide, then Mr. Ryota would be the one tasked to stop me. Huh. No, why would I do that? But look, kid, there's a lot of security around this school. Lots of regulations, privacy contracts, anything you can think of, and beyond. As faculty, I can't share any personal information on the students, or I get in massive trouble. But there is some stuff that you really need to know. People's lives are on the line. Lives? Don't act dumb on me. You must have figured out by now that these are murders. I had a hunch, but when he says it so flatly, I lose my breath. 3 students who have once lived normal lives full of homework and social drama and extracurricular activities were now gone. The reality of it seems very cold and bleak. So, what are you saying? Doesn't it really bother you, kid? Murders are happening. No one's telling the public. They're just mysterious disappearances that are blamed on a bunch of trees. Well, it does suck, but the government has always hidden all kinds of things from the public. You're saying that you're okay with that? What if the next disappearance is me, or Misato, or Rui? I can't answer that. Just this morning, I was stricken senseless at the mere thought that Rui was the next disappearance. I even boarded a bus and gone all the way to Isamu Forest, and I completely lost all rational thought. You're right. But what are you saying? All I'm getting is that I need to know stuff that you can't tell me. I'm not allowed to tell you. That doesn't mean I can't. Do you get what I'm saying? It means that he wants to save people, but he could lose his livelihood. Sharing confidential information won't just result in a pink slip. He could be blacklisted from every future job. He's trusting all that on me. The world's most serious NDA. Will you sign it? I appear to have this trend of making dangerous agreements recently, so sure. Mr. Ryota's shoulders dropped just slightly, relaxed of a tension that I hadn't sensed. Of course, all the burden is on him. If I break my promise, he'll be the one to pay, or if someone overhears, he'll be the one to pay. I better take him seriously. So, what do I need to know? There's a weird trend of victims that I thought you should know. I'm guessing there's a reason why you're not informing the police. You got me. What exactly does that mean? The police are our best bet of catching this killer. What could I do compared to them? And what is this weird trend? Give me a moment. He reaches into his drawer for his faculty tablet. Tapping rapidly on its surface, a moment of waiting passes before he graciously bangs it on the table. Oh, I hate computers. But we'd all be dead without them. He continues on, the distant look in his eyes clearly shows that he's thinking of in longer time. What dial-up? That wasn't fun. Can be on the phone and the internet at the same time. Super annoying. You know what was great? My desktop iPad. Man, that was the best. Stable, awesome, and it killed the world of pen. You guys don't know how satisfying it is to hear your computer work to keep itself cool. Except for, wasn't it that the same brand that they're making fun of, the one that used to spontaneously combust? That's kind of Weird. No casual user has desktops anymore. Oh, and icon phones, man. Phones these days break if you breathe on them wrong. Icon phones? They could probably survive a nuclear blast. There we go. Finally working. He punches rapidly at the tablet screen, then, apparently satisfied, settles back into his chair. What an old man. Let me browse through for a quick refresher. As his eyes rove over the screen, his mouth settles into a thin, disturbed line. Right, you know how the entry student application to the academy requires a psychological analysis by a qualified physician, yes? Yeah, another security measure, isn't it? Let me read this, and then see what you think. Midor Mayano, the first disappearance. Chronic social anxiety, suspected autism. She was an artist, holed up a lot in her room, but she made the most beautiful paintings. Toma Hayashi, the second disappearance. Always out on the party scene, kind of screwed up kid, to be honest. He was always causing trouble to get some attention. I had to slap him on the wrist a few times for vandalism. He was practically Michelangelo when it comes to drawing the lower half of a male body. Thanks. I totally didn't need to know that. Akane Tsukino is the third victim. She's a really sad story. Had a lot of potential. That name still sounds familiar. Oh, okay, Yama. That's when you met Irie and got the name Irie. You know, you yelled at the dude, almost got punched. She was the vice president of the student council and the star of the badminton club. She just accepted a special internship at Limnisgate too. That sounds like a lot for one person to handle. It was. Her family put a lot of expectations on her shoulders. She was their key to a better life, you know. A breeding ground for depression, if you ask me. Scholarship winner. And she had a boyfriend. How's that? Crazy. I pause at that. Something feels disrespectful about questioning the sanity of the dead. So, those are the 3 victims. Seems like they had some concerning psychological problems. I mean, they're all perfectly acceptable levels of mental illness, but there's not a single average report. In fact, most of the conditions sounded pretty serious. Serious and confidential. I can see why Mr. Ryota was reluctant to tell me, but this pattern really could be the key to unlocking the mystery. Thanks for telling me. I'm kinda curious, kid, why you're taking this so well. Sorry. You just found out that 3 students at your school were murdered. That's pretty unsettling news. It is, really. That's a permanent condition. Something that students really shouldn't have to face. My reaction must seem odd. Should I be hyperventilating? On the contrary, this is pretty refreshing, but also concerning. I'll admit that. Well, I won't question it tonight. It's getting pretty late. You better get going. It's not safe for students to be out and about anymore. Thanks for the info, Mr. Ryota. More than that, I'm thankful that he was able to trust me. I leave the school after Mr. Ryota gets a campus security patrolman to escort me home. Seeing the policemen inside the campus unnerves most students, so they're mainly kept for border patrol, making sure that no one enters or leaves the school. I've barely seen them, to be honest. They probably don't act unless something suspicious crops up on the gate's sensors. Where are you? Her voice is clipped, leaving no room for any extra conversation. Good evening to you too. Your services are required now. I'm a little taken aback at the shortness of her tone. Seems like urgent business. Okay, I'm in front of the school. Very well, I'm nearly there myself. Don't move. Sorry? Well, that was expected if I'm honest with myself. What kind of business could Shigure have at this time of the night? Ishiyama. Shigure struts out of the shadows, her face completely expressionless. Did it occur to you that I might have things to do tonight? Like what, Yama? You don't study? The most you're gonna do is watch Gova Mecha. It did not. Come this way. She turns on her heel and begins to strut down the sidewalk. Okay, we will end here for this episode. If you haven't, like, comment, subscribe. I am tatocat. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon.